Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, to my face. Decided to sit here with my fishies today, and I turned their filter off, so don't think my fish never have a filter on, but it's like so loud. I didn't want it to like drown out my voice. But I come to you today with another pregnancy update. I am currently yesterday 29 weeks. Baby is the size of a Barbie doll convertible, and that is just crazy thinking that he is that big in there. We actually had a FVR ultrasound, which is like one step above a 4D ultrasound, so we got to see his face. And I'm just going to run through some of the symptoms that I'm still having, some more cravings I've developed. I'm on even more supplements, but that's okay. It's all to make baby healthy. So I think with that, let's just get into it. The number one thing that I'm doing right now to make sure baby's okay is kick counting. I downloaded an app, but I mean, you can do it just by counting, but baby is supposed to kick 10 times in 1 hour. If he does not kick 10 times in 1 hour, then I'm supposed to eat something sugary, drink an apple juice or something, and lay on my left side. And then if he doesn't kick 10 times in 2 hours, I need to go to the hospital. So far, he is like so active. He kicks 10 times when I start counting. He kicks 10 times in like 15 minutes. I'm still getting morning sickness about once a week. I think I've directly related it to if I don't get up and eat like as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'm sick the rest of the day. I'm also started lactating. I'm keeping a baby during the day, and it was the day after I started keeping that baby that I started lactating, and so I think that has something to do with it. But I asked my midwife at my last appointment if I could start pumping and storing breast milk, and she said that that was perfectly fine, and so I need to still get a pump, but I may go ahead and start pumping. I'm pretty sure I've decided we're going to breastfeed for as long as I can possibly do it. Looking towards the future, giving birth at home, obviously my midwife's not going to administer any sort of vaccines to the baby, and so with CharlieSkyy, I did her vaccines weird. She got all of them, but it was weird, and my midwife said that baby's immune system doesn't even start, like baby's own immune system doesn't kick in until they're 6 months old. And so you really don't need to get their first vaccines until they're 6 months old. And until then, breast milk is their vaccines. And so I think if I can make it 6 months, I'll consider that an accomplishment. In addition to my craving fruit all the time, I've also been craving graham crackers and peanut butter and sherbet, like fruit sherbet. So, still lots of sugar, which I don't like the idea of fruit being sugar. I just want to point out, my midwife was like, well, all you eat is sugar. No, I eat fruit. Well, fruit is natural sugars, so yeah. Speaking of which, I had at my last appointment at 28 weeks, I had my glucose test. Now, having a midwife, I did not have to have a glucose test if I didn't want to. I chose to because of how much fruit and sugars I have been eating. It was all good. What I really liked about it is when you go to the gynecologist and have a glucose test, they give you like a drink that you have to drink, and it's disgusting. And my midwife didn't do that. I was either given the option. Well, first, I couldn't eat for 8 hours before my appointment. My appointment was at 8 a.m., so that put me not being able to eat anything after midnight. And I went to my appointment she pricked my finger and looked at what my blood was. And then I was able to eat breakfast. Like I ate 50 grams of carbs. And so I could either do that, eat 50 grams of carbs, or eat, I think it was 15 jelly beans. I chose to eat breakfast just because I was starving. So I drank an apple juice and ate a muffin and waited an hour, and she pricked my finger again, and I was good to go. Also, when she did my glucose test, she also checked my iron. I've always been anemic, and so when she checked my iron and told me it was high, I thought that was really weird. She said at 28 weeks, your iron should be low, And then at 36 weeks, it should go back up. Your blood, your plasma triples in your 3rd trimester, and your red blood cells stay the same, and that's what makes your iron go down. Well, my plasma didn't triple, and so my plasma stayed the same. And so to combat that, to get my iron back where it needs to be, she put me on another supplement, which I've got a whole list, so we'll get there in a second. And then she told me to eat almonds like there's no tomorrow. And almonds are not my favorite, but they're growing on me just because I have to eat them. And then she's going to check my iron again at my appointment at 36 weeks. I'm also still battling some insomnia, or I should say I was battling some insomnia. And she told me that I need to cut down on my carbs, because carbs, as you're sleeping, go into sugars. And so I've been eating a high protein, low carb diet for the past like 2-ish weeks. And it's not so bad. Eggs and avocado, high protein. And that's like my favorite thing right now. I think the last update I did at 22 weeks, I think, I weighed 145 pounds. At my 24 week update, or my 24 week appointment, I weighed 153, and then at 28 weeks, I weighed 160. So I gained 7 pounds in 4 weeks, which is not bad. That brings me to a total of 24 pounds gained, which again is not bad. I was underweight to begin with, and so she expected me to gain about 45 pounds. And so I'm still right on track to do that. It seems like a lot. I hate getting on the scale, but it is what it is. I'm growing a human. I'll take it. That's my dog making all that noise if you hear things over there. Okay, the supplements I'm on. I was already taking my prenatal, my probiotic, vitamin D, and vitamin C. Now I'm taking, with all of those, I'm taking theanine, which is a protein that's naturally found in your brain. I'm having some issues with not depression, but just connecting. I still don't believe that I'm pregnant. And the theanine is supposed to kind of combat those feelings of depression. It will help postpartumly from me having postpartum depression. And so I've been taking that. I've been taking Epsom salt baths, or soaking my feet in Epsom salt, which is basically magnesium, because I've been having really bad leg cramps. Red raspberry leaf tea. I love tea to begin with, so this one's not hard at all. I just make a gallon of it and have it in my fridge. And excuse you, Yoshi, I'm gonna need you to quit that, okay? I'm trying to film a video here. So I drink about 2 to 3 cups of red raspberry leaf tea a day, and that is supposed to help strengthen your uterus. In theory, should make labor really quick and really simple, really easy, because my uterus will be strong. I do still have my cysts, and it also will help keep my cysts strong during labor, because you do not want your cysts popping in labor. Labor hurts bad enough without popped cysts, okay? And then the progesterone, which is like an oil that Josh has to rub on my butt every day, and it's 10 drops a day, and that is what will help my iron level back out where it needs to be. I'm really glad that most of these are not pills. I hate taking pills, and so I'm still down to where the theanine and my probiotic are the only pills that I'm taking. And then at 36 weeks, I'm supposed to start chlorophyll, which also comes in a pill form. You can get it in a drink form, but that just sounds gross to me, so I'll probably take the pill. Chlorophyll is actually what makes plants green. Why do you take chlorophyll when you're pregnant? Well, it supposedly helps with bleeding. I'm supposed to take 2 pills a day starting at 36 weeks. She told me that she had a lady that would take 4 pills a day, and she did not bleed 1 drop during delivery. What? I'll probably just take the 2 pills a day, but it's supposed to help with any postpartum hemorrhaging, things like that. just supposed to keep the bleeding down, which is pretty cool. So that's all the supplements that I've added and will be adding. It's a lot, but it's to keep baby healthy, and that is what matters. She also gave me, well, we set up our birth class. Josh obviously wasn't there when CharlieSkyy was born, so he desperately needs a birth class. The cool thing about it is she will come to our house since we're delivering at home, and we'll have our birth class here at home, which is just, I just love that. And so we have scheduled that appointment. And then she also gave me a list of supplies that we will need. And I just want to kind of read a few of these. Waterproof mattress cover, plastic or vinyl shower curtains, paper towels, lawn leaf bags. I'm not real sure what those are going to be used for. Thermometer, hydrogen peroxide, baby clothes and diapers, washcloth, bath towels. We are going to have a water birth, and so it does say that water births require more towels. Emergency water, electrolyte replacement drinks. Also love that since we're going to be giving birth at home, like, I can eat and drink whatever I want. Like, the hospital, you can literally have ice chips. God forbid we have to transport to a hospital. We will, but there is a lot of things that I don't think people realize midwives can do at home. Like, she can handle any sort of post-traumatic or postpartum bleeding. She can handle, if I need IV fluids, like, she can pretty much do anything. The two things that would require us to transport, if the baby's breech and I need to have a C-section, or if when baby comes out he gets low on oxygen, and then the paramedics would need to be called. Of course, my essential oils I'll have near me. We'll have lots of snacks and stuff for my midwife and for her assistant and for us during birth. And I'm just really excited to give birth at home. Josh is going to, well, I keep asking him if he wants to film. He says that he probably won't, but if he doesn't, then my midwife's assistant will film for another charge. And so we may end up paying her, because I do want to have a birth video to put onto the YouTube and just to have for future reference. But that's really where we're at now. It's not a lot has changed since the last update. We're, you know, going into the 3rd trimester, and baby's gonna keep growing, and we're getting more and more excited. I'm gonna show you my big old belly, but other than that, I love you guys, and I will probably film another one of these at 36 weeks, just because that's like when everything changes again, when I need to start taking my other supplements. And at 36 weeks, my midwife appointments will also be at my house. And so, yeah, unless anything drastic happens before then, I'll see you again at 36 weeks. Again, I love you guys. I'm going to show you my belly. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys at 36 weeks. Goodbye.